much.
Yep. I was telling Darcy about the other stuff I've GM'd and said if you want a laugh, ask Ace what she thinks about boats.
Accurate.
Cool. So I believe we are all back. Ace, Darcy, Gnome, Izzy. Cool. Are we all good to continue?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm good to
Okay.
continue, but not good in general.
Oh.
Because I'm bad.
Oh, okay. In that way, in that meaning. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, we come back in after the middle of the comic full spread advertisement for fruit pies. And so y'all are in the cart, and which of the other two problems would you like to head to next?
Let's see, there were like
and
the physical cables and
Yeah.
what else?
There's a problem with the cables like coming out from the bottom of the core, and then there's a problem with like the cooling like center, basically, like where all the fans and stuff are.
Cool. So
Maybe we go to the cooling place first.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
What Cypher said.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so you like kind of have to like it's the cart and like the thing isn't designed to like zoom through the entire core, so you kind of have to like go to a place, take the car off of the rail, move it to a different rail, and like zoom again. And it takes a little bit, but yeah, you eventually get there, and kind of in a similar way, you get to like the end of a line, and as you're heading down this one, like it's a zoomy path, the fan noise starts to get like that was already super loud, starts to get like even louder as you approach that area, and like does anybody have like allergies in character?
No.
Overgrowth is allergic to pollen. No.
Okay, well, if you did have allergies like or like dust made you like cough or sneeze or whatever, they would be being set off because there's a lot of like dust particles in the air as you like get closer to cooling.
Ugh. Overgrowth is gonna flap his wings a bit to just like keep it out of their airspace.
Cool. Yeah, so you get there and like there's like a little like cooling tunnel that y'all could like basically kind of get off the cart and enter like where the actual fans are through. As you like get closer, over like the roar of the fans, you hear a like evil laughter like going over that like and
Oh wow, that's iconic.
Place your bets or one demonic dust bunnies.
Demonic dust bunnies.
it's a good band name.
That is actually.
Wow, that's like a maniacal laughter that I haven't heard since Brazen Buffalo's championship win in 1996. The video.
That's a wrestling thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Yes. I recognize the wrestling thing. She looks very proud of herself. Like me when I recognize the basketball thing.
Yeah.
So we fly right to the the laughter, right? That's where the villains are, right? The
That's what
heels.
I do.
It's really fun having a person who's not a superhero hanging out with the superheroes. Yeah, so like this like little tunnel kind of thing that y'all can go through. It like takes a little bit because like this tunnel is like an outtake thing for like cooling air, and so you kind of have to like go through it while air is like shooting at you. And so you like have to like crawl through and hold on to the walls of the tunnel as you get through. And it takes like a second, but you're able to get through into like this like big huge bay of fans that are taking like cool air from outside of the core and are attempting to like cycle it through. But they are like there's only a couple that are actually working. The rest are just so clogged with dust that they can't even move. On the like the ground floor, essentially, you see a bunch of like these gray things. They appear to be like I'm pretty sure those like you've probably seen like rabbit-esque transformed in Halcyon. And they vaguely look like that, except they aren't like made of people, they're made of dust. And there is an actual person like standing in the middle of them with like in a very very villainous like pose with like his hand up and his other hand like on his side as he's doing this maniacal evil villain laughter.
Oh, that is so good. I think
Huh.
Greta gets her phone out to snap photos. Hey, so we are trying to get the cooling stuff to work again, right?
Yep.
So Cypher, you got some cooling powers?
Yeah, you could call it that.
As you get in and start talking, the guy turns around, his cape does like a big sweeping motion. And he like glares at you. He has like dark hair. One sec, let me look it up. Firefox, why are you being mean?
Atlanta says, at the very least, she has cool powers.
Ha! The guy
You're
has
one more pun.
about that.
That was overgrowth.
He turns around in like this big sweeping of his cape. He has like dark hair that's like mostly like a dark, like almost black with like a little bit of salt and pepper. He's like this very gruff face. Like narrow dark eyes and like kind of like combat gear under his big cape, and he's like points at the four of you and says, what are you doing here? I thought Tiny Team was busy.
We're big team.
You don't
We're
look
just-
very big right now.
Oh, we're filling in.
Yeah, we are
He,
substitute tiny team from
I'm
the big
overgrowth.
team.
when he says you don't look very big right now, he looks to all of the dust bunnies and glares at them, and then they start making a noise that looks like laughter.
What are you? Are you a dust mancer? Is that your power?
No, I am Tiny Team's greatest villain, Smokescreen.
Oh.
Hey, have we landed at this point?
What was that?
Because Overgrowth, have we landed at this point?
Oh yeah,
Or
you're
has
you're on the
Overgrowth
ground.
landed? Okay, I want Greta to basically like walk up to him and go like, okay, no, if you want to do like proper supervillain stuff, that's not a pose you should do. You should go like this. And she like tries to like touch him to like help him adjust his pose and go and like stand next to him and go like, oh yeah, and when you laugh, you really should like put your back into it and use your midriff.
You don't. Who? I will not let someone associated with the tiny team give me advice.
You're a tiny overgrowth.
Undergrowth.
What?
Smoldergrowth?
I don't know who any of you are. If you don't want to face my wrath, you will leave immediately.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to face some wrath. How about you guys?
Yeah, let's wrath facing. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fine then. Get them, my dust bunnies.
All right, step back. I got this. And Overgrowth goes Swovergrowth and roars, and I like to think it like pans out to outside where Gaia is standing, and you just faintly hear it.
Roomba.
Listen, there was something in a recent session where there were a ton of Roombas in the
That's
big
true.
team pace. Did we bring at least one Roomba?
Why were there Roombas?
They were knife fighting. It was a whole thing.
Fighting Roombas. Oh god, has Gaia started a robot fight
Oh my
club in
gosh.
18 days?
Okay, no, what happened was that there was a person who filled the community center with Roombas with knives on them. And so we figured at the end, it's just like, oh, well, Sledge doesn't need all these Roombas, so we'll take some to the base. So that, to help with
I had completely forgotten about this. Can I say that Greta stuffed one of them in her backpack earlier? Okay.
Great, cool.
I want weakness. A Roomba.
I'll let Overgrowth do his thing first.
Yeah, so you were just gonna just make a big gust at them?
Well, he just gets big, he's gonna start punching dust bunnies.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so could you directly engage a threat, please?
I got a -1. But I also have
y'all are entering battle as a team.
yeah.
Who let me find the when enter battle
can
gets
I
a
do
dangerous foe.
enough? Get a additional option even on a miss? Would this count as a terrifying fashion?
What was that?
When you directly engage a threat in a terrifying fashion, mark a condition to choose an additional option even on a miss. May I?
Oh. Yeah.
Cool.
Makes sense to me.
I'm gonna mark angry because I'm sick of all these goddamn puns.
All right, let's get y'all's team up. So when you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. Who would you say the leader is?
I think Verve's already been taking charge for most of this.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Cool. Excellent.
Cool. All right. Verve, do you have influence over every teammate?
I don't have it over Overgrowth.
Got it. What is your purpose in the fight?
I mean,
Get the
to
cooling system running again?
get this guy out of the way so that we can fix Gaia's processor thingy.
Sure. Overgrowth, what's your purpose?
Fix the cooling system.
Cool. Cypher, how about you?
Destroy dust bunnies.
Cool. Greta.
I just want to do some superhero stuff, yo.
Cool.
And look cool doing it.
Awesome. Yeah, I think those are all like compatible. None of them were like directly opposed or anything, so that makes sense. Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
Nope.
Okay.
Atlanta trusts everyone implicitly.
Her mistake. I mean,
I mean, what? Cool. Okay. I don't think you're ill-prepared or off balance. Just in this situation, it's fairly straightforward. So I think that's good. You did have to, or no, you didn't have to remove it. It was just the not adding one.
Yes, but add an extra team to the pool, and I get +1 forward because I have captain.
Nice.
hey,
Awesome. Cool. All right. So you have 6 team.
Yay.
Excellent. Okay. So yeah, Overgrowth. You are punching up some dust bunnies.
Yep.
Cool. Roll to directly engage. And yes, your
9.
terrifying thing makes sense. Awesome.
9. So I get 2.
Would anybody like to spend team to bump that to a 10?
yes. Overgrowth is punching the dust bunnies, right?
Yeah.
I want Greta to like go and stand next to him and like looking at what he's doing and like mimic his moves. I just go like, yeah, we're punching them up. I'm kind of like your I guess I'm kind of like your sidekick right now. You're doing great.
That would definitely motivate Overgrowth to punch dust bunnies harder and faster.
Awesome. Great. Cool. So yeah, it's a 10. So yeah, you get to choose 3 then.
Nice. Let me pull up my move sheet.
Oh, come on. There.
Quick question: how tall is Overgrowth now?
I think 10 relative to like actual size, he'd be 10. I think it's 10 feet is about what I said for Overgrowth.
Uh-huh.
He's
Damn.
twice
Okay.
as tall as Atlanta.
Twice as tall. Yes. I think Greta's like 5'6", maybe, or 5'5".
So Mr. Avoid,
Okay.
create an opportunity for my allies. I think I want to like give them an opening to get at him.
Awesome.
And then impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Cool. Yeah. So, with Greta cheering you on and helping, Overgrowth, yeah, you just start punching through a bunch of these dust bunnies. You take out like 2 groups of them, because you're just making like big wide swings and they don't take hits very well, surprisingly, being made of dust. And yeah, so like a bunch of like a big chunk of them like kind of like just like get hit through and kind of like fade away. And then small screen says, "How dare you?" And he is very much focused on you. As like some of the dust bunnies are like hesitant to come after you, Overgrowth, because they're like kind of freaking out. Smoke screen is focused on you, and the rest of you have an opportunity. What would you like to do?
Let's see. What is the current status of the dust bunnies?
There were like 2 groups of them taken out. There's a few left. Some of them are still engaging Overgrowth. Some of them are kind of like hesitating because they're like watching other dust bunnies just get knocked out in one blow. So like there's some of them that are just kind of standing there. And Smoke Screen is just like entirely focused on Overgrowth right now.
Okay. Since he's focused on overgrowth, I want to like free overgrowth up a little, and I take off my backpack and take out the Roomba, and I'm going to use the Roomba to suck up some of the dust bunnies that remain.
Great, awesome.
Could I use no powers and not nearly enough training for this, since I just picked up a Roomba?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Would you say you're directly engaging a threat then?
If they are a threat, then yes.
Cool. Okay, awesome.
And that's a 7. I guess I would like to take their mobility from them, considering they would be inside of a Roomba after this.
Perfect. Yeah, so you pull out your Roomba and like since it's the actual Roomba like physically is smaller, but the like its relative sucking power is the same. It does a really good job at sucking up a bunch of these dust bunnies. But one of them manages to get behind you, Greta, and is going to like do a hop dust bunny kick at you.
Gasp.
Could you take a powerful blow, please?
Could Verve defend Greta?
Absolutely.
Here? Excellent. So, I think Verve will jump between Greta and this evil dust bunny and just like she'll get her step stool out of her pocket and just like swing it through the dust bunny and just also like a trail of glitter behind because everything in the pockets is full of glitter right now.
Great, perfect. Roll to defend, please.
This is amazing.
This is everything Greta wanted and more.
Ooh, +1 because I have influence. Oh no! I rolled sneak.
Oh.
Could somebody else perhaps help with that? Like Cypher?
Would you like to help defend?
You don't have to. I can take the fail. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Either or. If Cypher, yeah, if Cypher was getting ready to do something else, she'll still have this opportunity to take advantage of.
Yeah, I'll just let her take the fail.
Okay.
Okay.
Totally fair. Yeah, so Atlanta, marks and potential. And the dust bunny kick is going to hit you instead of Greta. Kind of, because you getting kicked are also going to hit Greta. So Atlanta, could you take a powerful blow? And then Greta, could you mark a condition?
Sure. I had also already marked guilty earlier because she felt guilty about letting Overgrowth get hurt. So I think in this case, she'll get a little insecure, like, am I cut out for this?
Got it. Mm-hmm. Valid. All right, so you got a 9 on your take a powerful blow, so choose one of the options.
I would like to pull up the thing so that I can read what it is. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give the enemy an opportunity here.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. So they will have an opportunity to take advantage of as well. Cypher. While all of that's happening, you basically have this moment where Smoke Screen is still focused on Overgrowth. There's a few bunnies going after Overgrowth. There's like the rest of the bunnies are kind of being like fought and like focused on Greta and Atlanta. And yeah, you have this moment with this opportunity that you can take advantage of. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so she just sees like this overgrowth and like a pile of dust bunnies and Atlanta and Greta just fighting over there. So she's like, oh, I guess if they're gonna take all the dust bunnies, I'll go find that cooling system and fix it up.
Cool. Absolutely. Yeah. So you kind of get around them and they're yeah, basically the main problem is that like basically all like almost all of the fans are just caked and clogged with dust. Like just so much that the fan blades themselves can't even move, even though they're trying to. And like one or two fans are going on like hyperspeed right now.
Mhm.
So getting those unclogged and then like the cooling system kind of like restarted would is kind of what needs to happen with them.
Alright, well, dust is pretty flammable, so
That's true.
she's just gonna blast fire down these fans.
Cool. Sounds like you're unleashing your powers to reshape your environment.
Okay.
Cool. And since you are taking advantage of this opportunity, you can take a +1. Eight. Excellent. Coolio. So, would you like to take a condition or have me tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
Let's make it unstable.
Okay. So yeah, you hit some of the dust with like a blast of fire, and it's like when you put pure oxygen next to a fire and it just like engulfs the entire thing. Like your fire just shoots up through all this dust, makes a big wave of heat, and then like all of the fans are like basically unclogged with like any like residue dust kind of like falling down through them. They're kind of like still clicking and need like the system itself needs to kind of get like a restart. But the dust is gone, so that's like the one of the big things. You know, like Smokescreen turns and looks and goes, "No, I'll just fill them back up." And he like sweeps his arms and starts gathering up like the other like dust from around him, and is going to try to fill them back up with dust. And so it's kind of like unstable in that if the situation doesn't resolve, he'll just fill them back up.
Okay.
But yeah, you have totally cleared out like the big chunk of it. It'll like he can't immediately do it. It'll take him a while. And there's probably plenty of time to take care of him.
Mhm.
But yeah, like left to his own devices, he'll be able to fill them back up in a while with dust. But yeah, so you're kind of behind the group as the rest of them are kind of fighting off these dust bunnies. There are two like kind of groups of a few dust bunnies each left, and then Smokescreen, who is gathering up dust, and he is going to one sec. He's going to get a bunch of dust and is going to try to like make a dust hand and grab Greta and hold her down.
Ooh. Okay.
That darn
Oh no.
that darn Roomba, it's too powerful. Yeah, so what would y'all like to do as this dust fist is like forming in the air above Greta?
Protect Greta.
I think Greta like takes on a pose and just kind of like stands there a little bit. like a fighting stance, but like looking up at this fist, like, oh my gosh, that's big.
So do I still have dust bunnies on me, or
They're mostly gone. Like there's some groups left still, but like the ones that were kind of like crowding you, are dust in the wind.
I'd like to grab one and just chuck it at smoke screen
Uh-huh.
to try and like get him to break concentration on the hand.
Got it. Cool. I believe this would still count as directly engaging a threat, and then you would like take his concentration from him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which, because I have angry marked, I get a +1 for thick and thin skin. Oh, I always forget I have coming for you.
Ooh, what's that do?
When you mark a condition, take +1 forward against the person you most blame for causing it. So I took angry for not human enough, but I flavored it as I'm pissed at all the puns, and he's the last person to get a pun. So
His name is a pun. So yeah,
that means I
absolutely.
get a +2. Oh wait, no, my bad. A thick and thin skin is only unleash your powers. So no, it's
Oh.
just a
Okay, gotcha.
okay, no worries. So a flat roll.
Okay, cool. Oh no!
Ooh,
It
anyone
is a
want to help
6.
me?
You have 6 team if anybody wants to help with that.
Sure. So there's a hand manifesting above Greta, and Overgrowth is doing something.
I'm throwing one of the dust bunnies at him to try and break his concentration on the hand.
Excellent. So breaking concentration. I think Verve will just like take some of this glitter that is from her pockets and just like also like just throw it. just because it's like very distracting.
You're gonna
Like
dust
very
power,
smart
you fool.
glitter, but
Great. Cool. Yep. So yep, that's a +1.
So take his concentration.
Cool. Okay. Great. So yeah, you take his concentration from him. And the dust that was forming above Greta like stops, like it's still there. It stops like concentrating into a fist and just kind of like falls. And so a little bit of dust rains over Greta, but it's not like holding her down or anything. Smoke screen is going to turn to Overgrowth. And he'll say, he's marking angry, so he's going to growl and say, "Listen here, twig. I'm not going to let you interfere with my plans."
don't
Whether
really
you
have
let me or
Listen.
not, it's what's gonna happen.
Fun
Listen.
fact. Uh-huh.
Listen, if you don't want him to mess with your coding, you just need to create a branch. Okay. Overgrowth, now it's your turn.
Never. So does he attack me?
Yeah, he's coming at you, and he's going to like sweep his cape around him to bring up all the dust, which is what the cape is for, and basically make a dust sword, and is like coming at you, like just running at you, screaming while like about like with the sword above him. So like you have a second to respond. If you don't move, he'll hit you, but yeah, there's plenty of time.
So tempted to just say Overgrowth sidesteps.
Trip.
He grows he grows a vine and yoink. You know what? Actually, he's gonna do that. He's going to drop Overgrowth, throw seed down, grow a vine, and trip him.
Perfect. Let's see what that would be. Could probably, I guess, be either directly engage a threat or unleash your powers.
I'm gonna go with Unleash because I'm gonna get a +3 to that.
Cool. Okay. Excellent. Yes.
Yahoo!
You you reshape your environment by putting a vine there that wasn't there before, and step to the side. He is like in just this like angry rage and doesn't notice it, and keeps and like runs, turns his head to look at you as you sidestep, doesn't see the vine, trips over it,
Wave.
and just goes flopping over the vine, and like lands on his front with like his cape like fluttering behind him. The dust sword dissipates. Um yeah, so he hit his head, so he's gonna be out for like a second. For the rest of y'all, there's like a group of dust bunnies left. What would you like to do about them?
Cypher, you good? You got that handled?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my gosh, can Verve just like use her electricity powers to supercharge the Roomba?
Yes.
Yes,
Excellent.
please.
That is what Verve would like to do.
Cool. Excellent. I would. Sounds like unleash your powers. Unless you'd like to
Sure.
turn this into like helping Greta directly engage a threat or something like that.
I don't know, if I use wield your powers, perhaps could I do that?
Oh. An adult move. Cool. Fancy.
Yeah. Fancy. I would like to do that if I may.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Oh my god.
Oh.
How is this
Oh.
impossible?
You killed the Roomba.
Oh, it's with danger. That's wrong.
Okay.
I don't know why that got changed. Did all of mine get changed? No, just that one. I was like, that's physically impossible. I have a +3. So 3 plus 3, that's a 9.
Okay, cool. Great. On a when you wield your powers with precision or grace, roll freak on a hit, choose one.
Yeah, I would like to create something useful for my environment.
Cool. Awesome.
Or neutralize
Question.
an opponent or threat, maybe. Whichever one works, really.
Sure.
With adult moves, can we also use team to boost that to a 10?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds fair to me. Yeah.
Yeah?
You're trying to supercharge the Roomba, right?
Mhm.
Sure, yeah.
I think what Greta will do is to like put it down for you to do that and like hit it in just the right spot at the right time on like a button to make it like charge up and shoot forward for you.
Great. Awesome. What else would you like to pick?
All right, then I will pick. Yeah, I will create something useful, as in a super-powered Roomba,
Uh-huh.
and then or supercharged Roomba, and then I would like to neutralize these opponents or threats, as in the rest of these bunnies.
Cool. Excellent.
It's 4 now.
Yes. You supercharge the Roomba. It zooms around like a cat that has the zoomies, and just all of the dust bunnies get swept up into it.
Excellent. Love it.
So Smokescreen kind of like shakes his head and collects himself and stands up and says, "Where did the bunnies go?"
Can the Roomba just like run into him?
Yeah, yep, it hits him and like does the thing. It like hits his foot and then turns and then starts going in a different direction. He'll just go, "Nah!"
Looks like you need to cool down, mister.
No.
Cypher, that's your cue.
Okay. Then Cypher like launches a blast of ice at him.
Cool. Yeah, cool, awesome. Could you roll to directly engage a threat?
Yeah.
And then Greta could totally help with that as well. Oh, but it's a 7, so it wouldn't do a whole lot. But yeah, choose one, please.
Take his mobility from him.
Cool. Yeah, so you just throw this ice blast. It freezes, it like hits him and starts to freeze him, and he'll just go, nah. All right, big team, I'm not done with you. You won't be seeing the last of small screen, and then becomes an ice sickle. And yeah, he's stuck in the ice, and you are the bunnies are all gone. The fans are like good to go. They just kind of need like a reset.
Is there a reset button or like
There
Atlanta
is.
like
So there's one of those like, you know, the things in electronics where like you have to like put a pin into it. There's one of those near the fan bay. And so there's like this little like pin-sized hole, but now since you're very, very small, it's like your arm-sized hole with like a button in the
Oh,
inside.
Is it like one of those contraptions like in adventure films where you're in like an ancient temple and you have to
That's
like
what it
pull
looks
a
like, yeah.
lever at the end?
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Greta gets super excited about this and like immediately jams her hand in there.
Cool. You fish your hand around, and like at the very end of it, you feel this like big flat like button. Push it, and then when you release, all of the fans like stop and then start going again.
Okay, I think like right before she presses it, she like goes like, "Oh yeah, this is just like in those movies," and like describes the whole thing. And then right as she presses the button, she goes like, "Oh, but in the movies, usually the arm gets chopped off." And then she looks very worried for like a second, waiting. Okay, didn't. And then she pulls her arm.
Verve also looked alarmed for a second. Like, oh no, I invited her here to meet Gaia, now we're doing this, and then her arm got chopped off.
I have no idea how I would have explained that to my parents.
Yeah, that would not have been.
Solution. Just hear me out. You could just come live at my house, and then you'd never have to explain.
Oh, do you never explain things to your parents?
I mean, then you'd
Or
never have to explain them to
wait,
your parents. Your dad's a dick. It's fine.
wait. do you
Hey,
have-
welcome to the Dick Club.
Yay! And she like holds up a hand for a high five, like very hesitantly. But at the same time, she looks like worried because right now she's like, "Wait, does Atlanta have parents? Is that what's going on here?"
Anyway, 2 down, 1 to go.
Over your comms, Gaia comes in and is like, "Hello. It appears that the cooling system is now functioning again.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Things are slowly returning to normal. With the cooling system in place, the rest of the system should regulate itself soon. The only remaining problem is my connections appear to be still in flux. The cables are going in and out, and so any connection I can make is very unstable."
All right, we'll go and clean that up.
Yeah,
Excellent.
let's go back to the cart.
To the car!
Oh, can I drive?
Can you?
What if I put the Roomba in front of
How
it.
old
And
is
I
Greta?
put a rope around it, and I sit in there, and the Roomba pulls us forward.
That would
Get
be really
that
slow,
crap
but it's
off of
really cool.
Overgrowth's face, whoever drew it there.
Are we doing graffiti on Overgrowth again?
Okay. Greta's 16, by the way. She goes to Big High.
Okay.
She's part of the wrestling team.
And the Black Magic Club.
Shh.
The good black magic club or the bad black
No,
magic?
the bad one.
Oh. Yeah, don't tell Overgrowth that.
It's
You
fine. Nobody
hate
knows that.
the black magic club.
Atlanta knows that Atlanta has utmost faith in Greta anyway. 'Cause this is the character I've made.
Yep. Yep. And nobody else here knows. Gentle wink at Cypher.
Well, if Overgrowth gets set on fire at some point, we'll know why.
He's just really awkward and doesn't want to say anything about Greta.
So are y'all going to do this plan of having the Roomba drive your sleigh?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless anybody stops me. Nobody's stopping me. Let's do it.
Great. So you get like a wire or like a rope or something out of somewhere around this Roomba and climb into the cart, and it goes very slowly at first. But then like the supercharge kicks in. And then you start to just fly down this path.
Whee!
Question.
Uh-huh.
The point where it stops. Yeah, it's a small world after all.
Yes. One of Greta's beacon drives is drive a fantastical vehicle. Would this count for that?
Yes.
Cool. Then in the meantime, I will. Is Overgrowth like visibly enjoying himself with this?
Probably.
Okay, then I will clear it guilty.
Cool.
He likes roller coasters.
Great. And this was, since y'all are going like down, it kind of is like a roller coaster because like you hit a you like go over, you like go up and then start going like down over this like trail, kind of like swerve around and yeah, like basically go through this roller coaster kind of path and hit the bottom. And as you come to the bottom and like roll to a stop, the Roomba will like make a noise that sounds like a neigh, as it like slows down, and like will wait there. As you pull up, you see a lot of like, it's kind of the other places you've ended up in where like it's like not really a room, but it's kind of like a room. And there weren't any pre-built exits from here, but there are now a lot of like openings that look like they've been torn open. And through one of them, you watch as an ant comes into the room you're in.
A
And
large
it's like a regular sized ant, but now to you it looks like horse sized.
Well, I think I know what the problem is with Gaia's cables.
The ant like looks up at you, the four of you, kind of like tilts its ant head, and then like scurries over to you, and like clicks its little jaw things at you, and says, "Halt! Who are you?"
Whoa, okay, talking ant. Does not
Yeah,
that.
hi, we're big team. Nice to meet you. I'm Verve.
You are small. You are not a big team.
It's just a name.
I can be bigger if you need if you like me to be.
Prove it.
Overgrowth goes to Swovergrowth.
Ah. All right.
Then it goes back down because he can't talk as Swovergrowth.
All right. He is a big team, but the rest of you are not.
It's big in like numbers. Like there's only like
There's only
of
four
us
of
here
you.
right now, but like there's more of us other places, and that's why we're big.
Are you saying there are more of you coming? Are you invading us?
No.
No.
No invasion. No invasion. We were just coming down to see, because there's apparently been some damage to this area. We were just coming down to see what the cause was.
The ant looks to the side, very stoically, and says, "There's a lot of costs to war."
War against whom?
He turns back to Overgrowth, and you can see the pure, unadulterated hatred in his ant eyes as he says, "Those awful, dirty, filthy Capulants."
No!
Go on without me. I'm just. I am deceased.
Are you one of the
I think that
Mantiques?
you're the Antihue.
Yes, the Montagues.
Of course you are. God fucking damn it.
We are a noble family.
Do you know anyone named Julie Ant?
Have you met our queen?
Fucking knew it. He's gonna pull out his communicator. Gaia, what the fuck is with your core?
What do you mean?
We have Shakespearean ants.
Oh yes, the ants. They're very nice. Don't worry about them.
Do you think one of them is
You're
played
wrong.
by?
Oh yes.
Okay, well apparently the Capulants and the Mantihues, and you have no idea how much it pained me to just say those names, are at war right now.
Oh, that is very bad to hear. Usually they get along so
Probably
well.
what's happening. That's usually that's probably what's causing the damage. So anything you can tell us to maybe end the war and fix this problem?
Yes.
Wait,
As far as I know, they had not split into factions and were very peaceful people. Something might have happened to split them apart.
we'll see what we can figure out. Thanks, Gaia.
Sure, of course.
He hangs up. He turns the ant. So, you know Gaia, right?
Um. And the ant nods and says, yes. The voice of the home.
Yes. So this war is hurting Gaia. We were asked by her to come down. Asked by them, sorry, to come down here and fix it. So we would like to try and end the war if possible.
We would love to end the war.
Why did the war start? Overgrowth says, very scared of the answer.
Queen Montague raised a proposal that our people should be allowed to seek other religions.
Overgrowth looks at everyone like a mouse. What the fuck?
Okay, and how did this cause problems exactly?
Queen Capulant and the rest of those jerks wish to keep us to strictly worshipping the god of wind and seer of dreams.
Overgrowth's just blinking very rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
Surely you have seen the god of wind and seer of dreams.
Nope.
They they stand to the skies, calling and controlling the wind, with their flapping, green as the grass that we hunt in, face with a smile as wide as the sky, and
fuck.
you start to think that the thing that he's describing looks remarkably like the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man that Ernest put in the big base yard.
Ernest.
George.
Okay, we're telling Ernest.
Callback.
Oh my god. So you ants want to worship freely. They want to keep everyone bound to worshiping that.
The god of wind and seer of dreams.
Yes.
Yes,
Am I understanding correctly?
we have
So we
we have traveled
you
far and
ants.
wide and seen what your world has to offer. The voice of the void, the silver keeper. All of them deserve worship and our praise for helping us in our lives.
Cool. So is there any possibility that we, as speakers for Gaia, who I assume everyone kind of respects,
The voice of the home, yes.
could possibly negotiate something between the two queens?
Oh, yes, well, I'm sure Queen Montague would love to meet with you and speak about this, but I worry about your safety if you are to go against those quapulants.
You know, we're really, really strong and powerful, and Gaia wouldn't send anyone but the most qualified people to help you all out. So I'm sure we can handle it.
All right. I can bring you to our queen. And then they turn around and look back at you and say, please hop on.
Yes.
Overgrowth gets on the ant. This is such. He's gonna need a nap after this is over.
Is there room for all four of us on the one end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like kind of horse size, but also bigger. Like it's very much like the ant from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, how it was just like huge to them. So yeah, you get
Greta,
on. Oh yeah.
Greta will hop on and then reach to help Cypher onto.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
This is so cool. This is so cool. This is so cool.
Once you're all on, the ant just like takes off through one of the holes and like down around some stuff, and like ends up taking you into basically underground where like all of their ant tunnels are. And you just see a bunch of ants like in this little like it's like not quite like a full-on ant colony. It's like a smaller one, like a temporary one. Like essentially it's like their forward operating base. So he takes you down to what looks like this big dirt mound that's like been hollowed out. A couple ants like see y'all approaching and like stand up and like block the entrance. And the one you're riding says, halt, brothers. I bring some who represent the voice of the home. And they all look at they look at the four of you and go, oh. And then like back away, and then he takes you inside. And inside are like a bunch of older looking ants that are like standing around another one that looks like different than the other ants, like ant queen basically, with a bunch of like advisor ants essentially. She has a little like a little plant crown on, that's colored red. And she looks at y'all as you come in. And then the ant you're riding on kind of like tilts, so you all can like step off. My queen, I bring representatives of the voice of the home.
Hi.
I see. Hello. And she like skitters down, like from where where they were to like meet with you. And then she like does like an ant bow.
Overgrowth house.
And says, I am Queen Julianne Montague.
Greetings, Your Highness.
What news do you bring from the voice of the home?
Your war has caused the voice of the home great pain and endangers them. So we've come to try and find a peaceful resolution.
I see. I am terribly sorry that our conflicts are causing problems for them. If we could solve this peacefully, I would absolutely love to do that, but the Queen of the Capulants would probably not be open to such things.
Why do you think so?
She thinks very, very strongly that we must only worship the god of wind, seer of dreams.
And
It's been a discussion for so long, and it unfortunately came to violence.
And I think Greta like leans into the others and like whispers like, "Do any of you know who the god of wind's keeper of dreams is?"
It's
George the Wacky Inflatable Tube Man, apparently.
how you thought when he came in.
Oh, right.
That stupid
I
thing Ernest put up apparently years ago.
Oh, okay.
Years, plural. It was like in. Oh, God. Time is a lie. But also, I just think it was last fall sometime.
Oh, hell if it was years for me.
I
Oh.
I remember seeing it once. It was terrifying. Oh wait, no. Never mind.
While she does not respect the voice of the home as a deity to worship, she may still respect it enough to meet with you.
That's the best we can hope for.
Yeah. So, where could we find this other queen to arrange a peaceful meeting?
She looks around at like all of the advisors and the like the guards and stuff, and she says, "Leave us." And all of them like do like an ant bow and then like scurry out of the like the little war room. And she looks, and like once they're all gone, she looks to the four of you and says, I have a way for you to get directly to her.
Cool. How come?
Because I have been making my own tunnel there. Because I would much rather end this peacefully with my ex than force our people to fight each other.
I knew it.
Yes.
May I ask what the name of the other queen is? We weren't told.
Yes, of course. Queen Romance Capulant.
Overgrowth has to walk away for a second.
Oh, it's a real romance story.
Yes, we were very much in love, but this issue has unfortunately caused such a divide that
So I'm gonna say something. It's not gonna mean anything to you right now, but keep this in mind in the future. No matter what happens, always check for a pulse. I was gonna throw that out there.
Do ants have heartbeats?
that's a great question.
I'm not even sure if ants have blood. I think they have something
They
else.
do have. Well, ants lack a proper heart. They do have a pumping organ called a dorsal aorta that pumps blood towards the head, achieving a small current.
Oh yes, of
They
course.
do not.
Checking
They
the
do
dorsal.
not have lungs.
Yes, of course.
Ants don't.
Checking the pump. Checking the pump, of course.
Just throwing that out there. I know it probably doesn't make any sense right now.
Okay.
I thank you for this
I've been granted
advice.
great prophecy. Just keep that in mind.
Well, if we can help you to stop your conflict and thereby also stop the voice of the home from hurting, then we will gladly help you stopping each other from antagonizing one another.
If
Oh, you son of a.
That would be daughter, but your contribution is welcome.
if perhaps an outside perspective may allow us some way of settling this. Okay, follow me. And she leads you back like to her quarters essentially, and uh 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 she leads you in, and there's a big poster of a of a famous ant rock band, Against Me. And she moves it out of the way to reveal a tunnel that she has been digging, and motions towards it and says, this will lead you most of the way to where they to their base, similar to ours.
Hey, quick question before we go. Why can you just like tell us like, what do you really like about, you know, your ex? What made you like her in the first place? You know?
Uh, so many things. Her devotion to her people, her passion, her uh, she loves basketball. Her favorite player was Kevin Durant. I love hearing her talk about her hobbies. Just so much about her makes me very happy.
Cool.
One more question.
Of course.
Does the other queen take human advisors?
She's not against other humans. It's simply our deities. She does have a certain amount of respect for the voice of the home. So
Do you have any advisor clothes?
Ooh.
and she'll like move around, like crawl around and like search for stuff, and come back with like sashes made of like little strips of leaves. And these are typically worn by our ambassadors. If you put these on, that should at least give a visual cue that you're not there to cause trouble.
Alright, she's gonna take him. For later nefarious purposes.
Great.
No, of course not.
Yes, if you can go speak to them, and if she is willing to meet with me, I would be happy to do so.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that Cypher will be able to help convince her.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
You
Yeah.
enjoy this. You enjoy the pain you're causing.
Banned. You're all banned.
Great. Yeah,
You
this is
anticipate this.
so yeah, there's this tunnel. It's like slightly sloped, but like you can walk fairly easily through it. It's like it curves around a little bit, but it's like fairly straight, like forward going. There's little ant lights through it. Don't ask me how they work. So like it's not like pitch black. And eventually y'all kind of like hit a like slightly started to like you hit the end of where she was able to dig to, and on the other side you just hear like a bunch of like moving around and scurrying.
Okay, so we're getting close.
So what's the game plan?
So, I could go in there and act as one of their advisors, and then we have an inside
like-
source.
That's very good.
Yeah. Like honestly, like maybe if we just explain the danger that the war is causing.
Okay, I have a plan, and it's the reason I asked that weird question. We just need to convince the queens that their love can conquer anything, and that will make them talk to each other and resolve this peacefully. Double thumbs
We're
up.
playing matchmaker for ants.
Love is important.
I mean, yes,
Wait,
it
they already
is, but
broke up once.
I don't know if a pair ant trap situation's gonna work. I'm sorry, it was right there. What? But it's worth a shot. Maybe we could just convince them. You guys can find a compromise. Love conquers all, etc., etc. I mean, Julie Ant seemed reasonable, so maybe Romy Ant will.
Yeah, let's go in, and I don't think we need to like. I don't want to rain on your parade, Cypher, or anything. So if you really want to like pretend and lie about it, you definitely can. But I don't think we need to.
What I think is like we might not need to lie per se, but like Cypher's get up as an advisor might lend us extra legitimacy about any convincing arguments.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Mhm.
Okay. So Atlanta will look at the wall of dirt that is left and just be like, I could try and break through this. But I think hmm. I could try to just pocket part of the dirt, but I've never tried to pocket part of something before, only ever whole things. So I don't know if that would work. So if someone else has another non-startling way, or well, less startling way to get us through the last of this wall, I'm open to ideas.
What is the name of this place, this ant kingdom? Actually, what do the ants call this?
Veranta? Probably.
Is it?
Romeo and Juliet set in Verona, and so if they're all ant versions of the Romeo and Juliet, then
But-
like Veranta?
Veronant.
Veronant.
Brilliant.
Hey, you have your name. Maybe that'll.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Never mind.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Fine.
You're an ant creature all along.
Takes off the
Real
mask.
reason
Dun,
she
dun, dun.
Oh, I can announce you. Do we have a fancy hat?
A fancy what?
Like a fancy hat. Like I could be your the herald for you and Cypher.
I could put glitter on your head.
Yes.
You want me to
Oh, yes. Can you do like the what's the thing that you do with the things that you cover in glitter? You just poof them?
poof them?
Yeah, like poof and they appear. And then they're covered in glitter.
I mean, it's just I have some glitter stored away.
And what you do, like, basically what she's trying to say is like, hey, can you pocket me? But she has no idea what the pockets are because she's never heard anybody talk about the pockets and she doesn't know that they exist.
Oh, you want me to send you to the glitter place so that you're covered
There's a
in
glitter place? Yes, definitely.
The glitter dimension.
Send me to the heart of the glitter.
Okay. It's kind of weird and disorienting, and there's no gravity, but it's perfectly safe. Don't get hit by my step stool. You shouldn't. That's usually not a problem. Okay, never mind. And she'll like put her arm, like touch both of Greta's shoulders and pocket Greta.
Okay. I think right as she does so, Greta kind of goes like, wait, step stool? Right before she disappears.
Have you done this before with choosing to pocket somebody?
Yeah. If she's not in any sort of duress or danger, it is very easy to pocket things and
Okay.
unpocket things.
Got it. Cool. Yeah. So you pocket Greta. You just like give it a second and then unpocket.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Greta pops out with glitter in whatever fashion you see fit.
Oh my god, I could see it do forever. Panting because she was just screaming into the void. Were there like fancy clothes in there by any chance?
I don't think no. The only things that are in there is just a whole bunch of glitter, the step stool, and the coin.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool. Great.
Cypher just holds out the leaf sashes. One of you grab one of these.
Okay, I can do this. I will announce you as like your herald, and then you can do your diplomacy as the advisors.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so break open the wall.
Break open the wall.
Can we like take 5 or something though before we get started in this part?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I was gonna ask, is it okay with everyone if we like since we're going a little over time?
Yeah,
I'm personally okay with that.
I'm good.
Okay. I don't imagine this taking like a long time or whatever. Just I know on the calendar it said 2 to 5. So
Yeah, we did
Izzy's
start
o-
late.
Is
Yeah,
it
that's
also
true.
okay with Izzy?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, let's take a short break and come back on like the 25 or the 20, I guess, whenever everyone's back.
Sure.
Sure.
Okie dokes. See y'all in a
Okay.
bit.
Time to get something more to drink.